At this stage, ladies and gentlemen, we want to recognize our ambassadors officially now.
Glory to Jesus. Glory to Jesus. Well, at Fatima, before Fatima, we had this in mind. We went to Fatima and were made to know that we needed to do it. The reality is that Jesus said, or the scripture says, the laborers are many, but the what is few. You know what I mean? The harvest is what? Laborers are few. Some of us have been in this apostle for several years. Since 1984, I've been a member of WAF, the Blue Army, and I've done 4 times. And I know one thing about WAF, about the Blue Army, about the apostolate, is that more often than not, you have a lot of people ready to pray, a lot of people ready to work, but sometimes you don't have the means to move them. You need to move them. Some of us have to be doing a lot of sacrifices. And at Fatima, the panel discussion moved to the fact that sometimes you don't have to do it alone. A lot of Catholics are out there, they love our Mother Mary. They are even more dedicated than you. Father, the parish priest that spoke now, is more educated about Father children. He's more educated about the Fatima message than even WAF members. We need to get materials to the people, making available for them to read. Last year, in December, we needed to go to Fatima. When you look at Africa, Africa has several countries. And when we went to Tanzania, we did not realize how Nigeria is very well developed. Eugenia, myself, the Secretary General, some others were in Tanzania, went to develop the youth program. A lot of things we did there, and they said Nigeria is top-notch, Nigeria has to help them. We have been there for some years. Professor Michael Ogunu, the international president from Benin, myself. But we realized that our materials, the documents we used, they said they wanted it converted to French. They saw the programs we did. It was like an eye-opener to all of us. So it's not surprising that I was re-elected back to be able to do this. But I cannot do it alone, as I was told at Fatima. I need you. But I don't just need, to be an ambassador, it's not for the name. It is because you yourself as a worthy Catholic, love of Mary, and you need to develop yourselves, to learn more, because you would also, if you look at the charter, the roadmap, you also have to contribute your ideas to us and use your contacts to see that we grow. We have been to several bishops' conferences in Africa now, and WAF is trying to grow there. We are doing our bit in Nigeria. We want to be able to get them their manuals. The West here, I donated some manuals last year for them to work, but it's very few. If you want to get 100 persons, you must get 100 manuals to them. And we're able to do it only 50. That's not enough. For me, as a human being, God has called me, He did not call me to be like Father children, but He called my brothers. He called my elder brother, the Catholic priest, working in Mexico there, and my younger brother, the Catholic priest, for 24 years now. But when he wanted to call me, I dodged, I got married. No, I could not call myself. I came from a family of Catholics, sound Catholics, because my late uncle, Monsignor Obide, the senior prefect to Cardinal Okoje in the seminary days, that I don't want to say what my uncle did for Cardinal Okoje. It's our private family talk. But they were together in the seminary with their senior prefect. Lord, I now know him, late Monsignor Alphonsus Ike Obine. He died in 1980, unfortunately, in an accident. It worried their houses. But then my grandfather gave my mother solid Catholic foundation, and so we continue. So it's not surprised that from our womb, 2 priests came out. But God called me for something else. I wanted to be a priest, but He said no. You need to first of all go and help youth, young people. So I've been a lay spiritual director and guide to youths, bringing them up to the Fatima message and tell them, only close to the Immaculate Heart of Mary and close to Our Lady. So I've been there evangelizing with WAF since 1984. And now I said, no, not Nigeria anymore, you need to go around, go to the world. So, I had a personal experience with her when I almost lost faith. I had been a medical doctor, and when I said Dr. Jordan, I'm also a professor of medicine, medical biochemistry, medical biochemistry. I have a PhD in that. I have a PhD, a degree in medicine, a master's, and a PhD, and a lecturer at the University of Benin. People say, wonder, how do you have the time? Why do you have, that's not your calling. Our calling is to love and to care. Souls need to be cared for, so it's part of my calling as a doctor, religious doctor as it were. So, we have been doing that, and I had an ailment. I have to tell our lady, as the custodian of the 1975 statue that came from Switzerland, in my room, at the diocese of Benin City, I was the custodian there at the assembly there, and I was very ill. I had an ailment that I was told that he needed to be operated upon. I had a tear inside of me. I also had a fire. The fire became infected, it became something that they could not operate on me. They operated on me, use pampers for the rest of my life. I said, they should wait. I took a lot of antibiotics, I took a lot of vegetables, a lot of things to cure myself. I could not be cured because I was in hellfire. And I told our lady, because I put a rod of hot iron in my anus. That iron was paining me. I was shouting with pain, speaking in tongues in pain. And I told our lady, if they did this to your son, I'm sure he would have left the cross. Why are you doing this to me? That was about 2016 or so. We were to go to the Holy Father called for a Miriam with the Pope at Rome. I was leading the Nigerian delegation. So I already put in the papers and all that for this started. For 6 months I was down. And then I told our lady to that statue that I'm going to go tomorrow. How can I go? I can't even sit down. That day, my pain came half. I sat and I got to Lagos, and I got to Rome. They brought the statue from Fatima to Rome. And when outside there, but all along, my spirit, because of myself, my younger brother, I had this love for John Paul II. He's late, you don't say John Paul II. I had this feeling that of me, go to Rome, just make us go to Rome. Visit John Paul II, you'll be healed. He was devoted to Our Lady of Fatima and all that. So I just said that I was going to be healed by Our Lady of Fatima and for John Paul II. I did not know how until that day, and I said, okay, maybe this was what God was telling me. So, in fact, how disappointed I was, and I was sick. I could not move. But luckily, I entered the plane. Each time I go to toilet, I was like, I'll put blood, I'll be serious pain. But I managed it. I got to Rome. I forgot my drugs in the hotel. I didn't take it that morning. As I got there, people were doing other things. Yes. Vatican, when you go to the Vatican, see the pillar, the beauty, you'll be distracted. I was not distracted though. I was looking for the tube of John Paul II. And I was directed there. And I put my hand on the tube of the Paul II. And I came out. As we came out, the helicopter carrying this statue of Our Lady of Fatima was going around the Vatican. And I caught a cold. I didn't know what was happening. I got to the hotel. I went to the toilet. I just see blood. I didn't feel pain. I'm a doctor now. I need to see. We don't believe in miracles. We want to see God. You get my point. So I could not believe I was healed. I didn't believe a miracle had happened after 6 months. But I'm talking to you today. I went back when I came to UBT. I said I wanted to check myself. They said your place like that of a baby. Nothing wrong with you. You are healed. And the doctor asked me, what did you do? Did you go to the Pope's hospital room for a treatment? I said, no, I did not. I know what I'm talking about. That's my personal testimony with Our Lady of Fatima. And I trust all of you, I tell all of you that sometimes your faith will be tested, be patient. That 6 months was not funny. Temptations might come, might bring you down. This will be difficult, but don't give up. Keep on praying, understand where you are, have faith. The devil is not an option. Going to look for extraterrestrial for not an option. So, all of us are called today now to join WAF to promote this message that has done a lot for us, personally, for you and I. So we'll be calling you today. We would advise you have a copy of the program. You look at the roadmap and plan of action. We tend to work with dioceses and parishes, support them, sponsor them to get things done. We hope to put all of you in a WhatsApp group so we can get information there, educate you better, and so that we can continue work. The former Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Laurentina Amala, could not come. She called me, she lost somebody, but she's one of us. Some others from Warri and Ogara that would have come, they didn't come. But in fact, more of you were in Lagos. They said, let's do it in Lagos. So, we're all going to be in that group. For honoring all that are set to be ambassadors and patrons and patronesses, it's a spiritual journey. And when you read the roadmap, you see we need to do a lot. I have very small rosary for all of you from Fatima and some leaflets, which we're giving to, because we concentrated it ourselves, we're going to give it to those that accept. It's very small, very cheap, but it's blessed for this purpose. So you give me the cards around, then the rest, every other person that is here can also get, because I got some 500 of them, and only about 20 something of you that are here. So you will all get that. Don't, it's our widow's minds of to tell you the spirituality of what you are being got, the significance of the rosary, small rosary, blessed at Fatima, being given to you. To show your connection, spiritual connection with Fatima. So my assistant will be doing that distribution while I will give the award to those that are here. Like I said, some could not make it. Some others will be giving their awards later at home. You're all welcome to this great family of WAF to join us in this work. Our Lady has called you specially. Someone even called Fatima was called Our Lady of Fatima today. So all of us actually are children of Mary, and we believe that we walk in humility to see what we can do